reading, and I am happy that you're with me. If you want to see an extended reading, I will post also a POV view or point of view video of this reading on my channel. So let's see what's coming up. As always, we're just gonna look at 3 cards from the Aleister Crowley deck, and we're gonna look at a relationship dynamic in the second part of the reading. Today I'm using the ancient Italian tarot. This is a collective reading, so there can be something in it for everybody. I'm just gonna put this away here out of the frame, and we're gonna start right away. I will pull 3 cards from my Thoth tarot, and I will pull couple of cards for relationship dynamic from my second deck here, the ancient Italian tarot. So I work with the symbolism of Western astrology, the symbolism of the tarot, just to gain some inspiration, some insight, and I hope you can take something with you that helps you right now in this moment or whenever you find this reading. All right, so we start with, oh wow, that's a jumper, did you see that? Oh, very nice. The Empress, beautiful. We have an Empress energy here. So this is quite significant, I think, also with the astrology. I will talk about the astrology in the POV reading, the additional extended, because we do have a Jupiter in Cancer, and the Empress for me is also kind of a Cancer card because she's about everything motherly, nurturing, of course, and the divine feminine, as we like to call it here. So the Empress is really receptive. She's really receiving the good things. She's also selective in a sense. She lets things come towards her, and she's selecting what works for her, what's working not for her. So she's really tapped into that receptive and patient and magnetic feminine energy, which, you know, if you want to define feminine energy as that, it's a very archetypal, of course, way of seeing feminine energy. But all in all, with the Empress, we are really capable of creating our environment as we wish. So we are really in a strong manifesting mode, and we can really try to also gently pull in the things that we want to see in our world, in our bubble, in our realm. And when I look at this card, I always see a little bit of a bubble here also, and a little bit of some sort of a safety bubble. Actually, it's like a protective bubble also with the Empress. So we only let in the energies and the things and the people and the circumstances that we want to have in our environment. So we are really creating our environment. So that's the beautiful thing about the Empress card. She is also connected to Venus. So Venus is the planet of beauty, of everything that has to do with love, everything that has to do with also devotion in a sense, also with money. We cannot forget that Venus also is the planet that rules money. So yeah, it's beautiful. She also is holding the lotus of love in her hands, and as I say that, no kidding, the Ace of Cups is coming out from the past here. So we might have moment in time where we really can feel how our nurturing energy is coming from a deeper sense of caring, of loving. So we are not just doing things, nurturing things for ourselves or for our environment because we have to. It's not out of some sort of obligation. It's more really coming out of a place of true love and devotion, which is the Ace of Cups. So with this Ace of Cups, coming out of this Ace of Cups energy, or bringing this with us into this Empress moment, we might have also found a new sense of love for ourselves, for really pouring into ourselves as well, and for trying to create, because the Empress is a very creative energy as well, trying to create from a place of love and from a place of self-love. So we can really enjoy that creative process. We can really dive deep into our emotions when we create whatever we want to create. So we are creating life, but life in a bigger sense. It doesn't have to be life as in we create actual human life. We create life every day when we are in an Empress mode. We create life in our little tasks. We see the beautiful things in our little tasks, in our everyday tasks, in our everyday maybe just errands that we run. So we can really find the love and the devotion and the joy in a sense also, but more in a creative sense, the joy of creating with this Empress mode, Empress energy. So that's really, really beautiful. And there's a gentleness to these activities or these creative actions that we are taking, or that we are just also allowing in our environment. I think it is a lot about allowing here from a place of love, because she is really also in a sort of a waiting position here. She's also looking in front of her and she's waiting for what's coming towards her in a sense. And she's very gently and softly sitting here in this pose, awaiting what's coming towards her and trying to be receptive and gentle with what's offered to her. And I feel like she's really waiting for something being offered to her. It's very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. A lot of love. There were 2 cards, but I just want one, so I'm giving it back to the stack. All right. Ooh, wow. Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords. That's interesting. That's really interesting because the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords are actually in this deck King and Queen. So with this Swords energy, we are in a higher consciousness, which means in a higher understanding, a higher knowledge, and a higher development of our own mind. At the same time, with the Queen, we combine this with an archetypal feminine energy, which would be also represented by the Empress. The Empress combines all 4 queens in the tarot, so the 4 queens of the 4 different suits. With the Queen of Swords, we are really accepting our intellect as a tool. We are also in a place of justice. We are also in a place of creating from not only from emotion, but also from analysis and from intellect. So we combine those 2 elements, even though it's not the easiest, but we can kind of calibrate between our intellect and between still our gentle and nurturing and loving position. And we make maybe very strict and strong decisions here with the Knight of Swords, because the Knight of Swords goes into action as opposed to the Queen of Swords, who is more receptive and dismissive and discriminative of what's coming towards her. Not in a negative sense, discrimination not meaning in a bad sense, not having a bad connotation, more like a, what do we want and what do we not want? What do we choose not to have in our lives? And that's also the Empress is doing the same thing. And with the Knight of Swords, I think we are making very, very clear-cut decisions, very fast, very quick decisions. We are in a place where we are able and capable of making very strong, very strict, very straight, and very fast decisions. And we're acting, our mind is very sharp, it's very on point, and we are not confused. We have very clear answers and very clear, a very clear line how we want to go with things or with a situation. It's really interesting. I think we're coming out of a place of gentle and nurturing and loving decision making, receiving all the facts that we need to have in this moment to create an environment of love, of beauty, of also power. The Empress, we cannot forget, is a position of power, and she creates power through beauty. And she creates out of love, and her love is her power. At the same time, we are very analytical and smart, and we are taking in all the information that we need. We're not forgetting our intellectual mind here just because we're in this very creative and artistic, in a sense, even place. We're not forgetting that there are truths to a matter, that there are facts, and we're really letting all these facts play a part in making very, very smart decisions here, and very, very logical decisions at the same time. So this is a very, very powerful position and powerful reading we're in right now here with the Empress, and it has a nice twist with all these swords cards that are combined here with this really deeply felt, loving and nurturing place of creation. Really beautiful. So let's see what the relationship dynamic wants to add. So this is about you and another person. It doesn't have to be a love relationship per se. It can be a love or romantic relationship. It can just be a friendship. I think every relationship in a sense is a love relationship, but it doesn't have to be romantic love. So yeah, whatever relationship dynamics are on your mind today or at this time, you can, wow, that's a lot. You can use this. There's a lot of loving emotions. I think there's a lot of loving emotions going on from your side at this time with the Empress, and you are also really, with the Empress, we could be very evolved in also understanding how we deserve love. We are really ready and capable of receiving love. So this is beautiful. All right, so let's see. So this other person or other side, the Knight of Pentacles. I like it because the Knight of Pentacles really has a long-term sustainable idea of how to live relationships. So he's really trying to build something long-term, or he's trying to build some stable ground to build on when it comes to relationships or friendships or connections. So it's a reliable and practical person who is also able to invest his time, his resources, his or her energy into connection or friendship. So this is really nice. It's somebody who really wants to build something, and who might even know the way to build something. The way these cards are lying here, I feel like it's very telling that he is kind of showing the way as well, but that's a good thing. Maybe even with the help or advice of the Empress here. She's here in his back, so she might overlook the situation, and he might go forward and build and check out the way. So I like that. It could be an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. Doesn't have to be. So we are dealing here maybe with releasing sorrow and pain from the past with a bunch of self-love here, because the Three of Swords is in reverse, and I think this stable energy that is surrounding us, or stable energies surrounding us, who are really showing us that they can put in the work into a relationship, into a friendship, into what have you, are helping us really letting go of these painful memories or painful moments, or also kind of maybe even disappointments where we felt like, okay, we have to make a head over heart decision. There is no such thing as that right now. We can let our heart also, we can follow our heart in the situation, and it's a good thing to do. So I think because we're coming from a very powerful and stable place when it comes to relationships. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. So what's the combining and connecting card here? Ooh, Ace of Swords. I love that. And it's very interesting that the Knight of Pentacles here also has a sword in his hands, which is quite unusual, actually. It's in this deck, it's special. And the sword is really also about communication in our direction. I feel like some sort of communication, straight, strict, and honest and smart communication, also here with the Knight of Swords that is on the table. It can be really healing. I think it can be healing. It can be helping to transform old wounds into scars, or help old wounds heal or overwrite them. Old programming that has kept us maybe in pain or in sorrow or in fear or in worry that things are not going to work out. So there is a beautiful clarity and maybe straightforward communication. Maybe somebody's gonna tell you something that helps you manage old experiences, and they no longer have to have that severity, because you can see that there is new information that and a new way of doing relationships or connecting that doesn't have to bring back these old sorrows and worries. So it's very, very beautiful. I love this Ace of Swords here. I love that this other person has a sword in his hand, even though he is a Knight of Pentacles and he is still carrying the sword. And then we have this Three of Swords in the reverse that is really showing us that old wounds can be, or old scars can be overridden. So yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful reading. So I think we're gonna keep it short and keep it, sexy. And we're gonna look into the cards in the next couple of days. So stay tuned and check out the next reading, and also check out my TikTok and my description box. So I hope to see you very soon, and I hope this was helpful and inspirational, and I'll see you next time. Bye.